beliefs. It's about true awareness of the present. It was just like I went through it. Anxiety issues. I had anxiety issues, but then again, I didn't know all that was because of that. Because I lost my job. You know, you got these multiple reasons why you. Very tough for me because of reading comprehension problems. So I had to work around all that and come back to who I am.
Whenever a football team does bad, who's the easiest guy to blame? The quarterback.
The quarterback.
Yeah. So you see, maybe he throws a bad interception here or there. You don't see the defense getting shredded apart. It's always the quarterback. It's looked like that.
He was in his mid-20s, but nobody won more games after 40 than him, and that's because
Matt, you seem to be on mute because we cannot understand what you're saying.
That guy's a Looney Tune.
Start over him. That's a bad sign. And then they had Jay Cutler for all those years. He was not really halfway decent. So listen, but I'm telling you one thing about the Broncos. They're going to have a really good defense.
And we're going to win the World Series against the Dodgers in 7 games.
She's not liberal.
No, she's not. She's an anarchist.
Yeah, all right.
What's an anarchist? I mean, I don't know where that stands.
They don't like any
massive
politics.
piece, and I think that we've been saying for years that eventually the Devils are going to make a trade that hurts.
I applaud people like at least like DeSantis who at least like said, all right, we're done. Like, I don't care what like schemes you come up with in Washington.
2009.
Yeah, 2009.
Long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Start to be concerned is if maybe neither runs for president, and then you're kind of looking, you're wondering, who you're gonna have next.
Beto
Wood. He swear his name was Spanish.
All of a sudden, here comes Brandon. All right, sounds good. Doug Sarabia show up next. All right, we are live on the Doug Sarabia Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Laporte. It is now time for Dougie's Political Talk, and my buddy Jim is back. Jim, how are you today? How was your dinner, by the way? You ate it all.
I'm terrific. I'm telling you, after that meal tonight at Romeo, where art thou? That was a meal I'll always remember. The food there was terrific.
Pretty good. It was great.
Yeah, fish, spaghetti.
You got the angel here this time. Last time we went, you just got the spinach.
Yeah, the spinach, right.
No pasta.
They owed me one more spinach, but I didn't bother with that.
You could have.
Yeah, the meal was great. It comes with a salad and a dessert. It's a specials up to $5.30.
Up to $5.30.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that. Thank
Good,
you.
good. Yeah, no problem. Let's get into politics. You mentioned it before that people like to vote like it's a team. They don't look at the policies.
Well, I blame professional sports for a lot of this team activity, meaning you have to be part of a cult. Whether the cult is good or bad, it doesn't matter. You are part of this cult. Democrats and Republicans are very much the same as Yankees and Mets. They seem to be mindlessly devoted to a cult, and it doesn't matter of the issues or the policies that are given in the political, social political realm. They live this life of just push the button of my likes. You know, it's all about what I like, and that's all that matters, because I like this and I believe this. And we all know that that's a bunch of BS, because life's not about likes and beliefs. It's about true awareness of the present conscious state of mind and how we are to see and foresee our future. Our future is priceless and critical to mankind, and how we can keep us living well, happy, healthy, and existing as human beings. A lot of people have these crazy agendas, cherry picking likes and beliefs of this Green Deal.
Oh, the new Green Deal?
Yeah, right.
Or the Green New Deal?
The new Green Deal, or Build Back Better. You know, these big sock'em robot ideas that don't hit right. They
sound good.
Everything sounds good at the moment. The team is up at bat, and they're ready to hit. And whoa, wow, my team's coming in front. Oh, hey, we won the night away. Man, we are hot. And then after math, in a game, it doesn't go anywhere. They win or lose in a sport. But when it comes to the game of sports, of politics, it's a do or die. It's more, can be devastating when a team loses. Like the Democrats are losing tremendously, and they really kicked themselves in the hind with this economy of constant depression. It's like it's a feeling of no hope, no faith or will of economic standard. We all are seeing ourselves getting poorer and going downhill with a bad attitude of a president that has an attitude of no growth or futures, and nothing but dreams and fantasies that really don't take hold. They're not real. It's a liking and a belief system that they're living, and that's what you got to stay away from in life. I understand the Bible. I don't believe the Bible. I understand the government. I don't believe in being Republican, because I'm a libertarian that votes Republican because they stick by the Constitution. They have value. They present themselves as a real American conservative. And conservatives can be a problem themselves.
Oh, for sure.
You know, they're dangerous, can be as bad as liberal lefts. So you have to be very careful with the way the systems operate. But as I say, futures are important. And Trump, I know he may be a little crazy like me, but I see good in myself, so I see good in him. Where a lot of people who are jealous and don't have the crazy life, they have some sort of a demented, unrealistic life. I can't help that. They're untalented, not creative, and that's a problem. If you don't have that ability, it's something that it's between you and the great supreme being to find out who you are, what you are, and to be able to develop and grow futures. If you don't have the ability of futures, I think you should consider never voting in the social realm of politics. Don't speak of politics or vote politics if you do not have that ability to be creative and intelligent. Let the 20%, 25% of the people determine the future and the needs of the country, not just any wild liking and belief systems that are out there. Please allow the intelligent to control the country. God bless us all.
I like that. I like that, Jimmy. So you mentioned before at dinner that you want Trump to be quiet until November 8th, midterms. Why is that?
Well, obviously, we have a lot of rhinos, bad Republicans, and Democrats on the far left that don't like his personality. It again goes back to likes. They dislike Trump tremendously, and I don't care about their dislikes or their likes. I want them to be able to be a little more sophisticated in their choosing of their intelligent conglomeration of events and policies of the country. I want them to be able to express themselves as to their needs and wants for their future, not just cherry picking likes and beliefs. You know, that kind of weak minded soul that is deplorable, as Hillary would say. And the left are great for that because they suffer from gifts and talents. That's the way society is. It's made up of some type of basic human beings that want to live the way they are as Democrats and as others as Republicans. But be a libertarian, you'll be happier. Be free from both parties and vote Republican. That's all I can say.
So how do we convince people to leave the career politician voting and actually look at this research and the policies?
Well, right now we were speaking about Trump. I got offhand. He shouldn't speak because you don't want to disturb the one-sided Republican Party. You don't want to distract the flow that Republicans are trying to give in November's election. Okay, so
just a few months away.
Yeah, it's a few months away. That's it. And you know, Trump comes out. He loves to talk. You know, cynical, sarcastic, narcissistic behavior, crazy behavior that I enjoy tremendously and love, because it looks like looking at the mirror. I myself, and that you're going to destroy the midterms by being like that. You have to wait until it's all over. Come back in like January would be a good time to start hammering. I would start hammering in January the 6th. That's it. January the 6th, 2 years after January the 6th, 01. That would be perfect. You know, I would star the biggest play on January the 6th at the Capitol.
Oh, man, Jim.
I'll see you soon at the Capitol. Boy. How do you like that, Doug?
That was funny. Here we go again.
Full circle. Well, of likes. That was my dream. I'd like to be there. But yeah, he probably won't be even allowed in the state or the D.C. I forgot what it's District of Columbia.
Yeah, District of Columbia.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the name. And he'll probably, get out, Trump. You're not allowed. I could see that. But,
yeah, I can see that.
But there's a lot of people down south in all the red states. They love Trump like I do. I'm in the blue state.
Yeah, Jersey.
And, you know, I have a lot of my friends are Trumpers, you know, and I have a lot of friends that are Democrat. And
We got Carolyn.
And it comes down to teamwork. You know, as I say, they want to stick to their team because they like and believe their team is true. And
they're loyal too.
I don't have a team. As a libertarian, if you read up on it, what is a libertarian, you'll find out what we're about. And they do stick to the Constitution, but they're a liberal conservative group, and that's what I am. I flex back because there's no perfect angle to take anything. There's always that flow of give and take that has to be done. And like Trump had his direction, which was a good flow. He only lasted 4 years. He lost the election. Why? They didn't want him to win. That was simple. Now we have this other choice.
This other guy.
This other guy. I call him Joey Teardrops. No hope, faith, or will. And he stands there like a puppet and dreams on. He has dreams of energy, control, and all worldly people can come to America and feed off the taxpayer. And it's sloppy. I find them very sloppy in their agenda. And that's very important. You have to know the political agenda of a team. You call it a team. It turns out to be like teamwork, and I hate to say that, but it's survival. And if you want to survive in the good state, you got to have parameters, control over your country. That's military and borders, lines, border, and culture. It's very important. And racism is in this country, and I'm a racist, like most people should be. I think racism is important. My black friends are good racists. I'm a good white racist. And but above our black Spanish friends and white friends, I'm an American racist. Okay? Can you dig that? That's the ultimate capo. That's when you're an American racist, you're together with the Constitution.
What does that mean exactly?
Everything's in levels. His state of mind is weak to strong in all aspects of autism is everybody, and I have strong narcissism, sociopath, psychopath behaviors, but they're of all different levels within the psyche. And with racism, okay, you have people. If you're Italian.
Yeah, I'm Italian.
All Italian, mother and father both Italian?
I think it's Italian and German.
Okay, Italian and German. I'm Polish, German, and Irish. So you're a racist. You feel comfortable about being Italian.
Yeah.
And German.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable about being my mother Polish, German, my father Irish. So that's my personal. I have right to be a racist about my, covering my race. Black people I know, my friends, Deborah, she's proud black racist. And I said, you should be. You should be very proud of your race. But all of us together.
I don't think that makes them racist.
No, they're not racist. What's a racist? They wrote books, volumes on racism about the industries and the governments and all these sects being racist towards people. And that's not what that was created by writers, people who write very intelligent people can write books to make money. They write to make money.
Yeah.
And so racism is, there's money in racism. There's money in prejudices. And there's money everywhere. If you push the issue, you can find a way to make money from it. And that's what a lot of governments do.
Yeah, of course.
They push things to make money. And what I'm saying is take all our racism, put it together,
Yeah.
and you want to be an American racist, meaning that's America. It's plain and simple. That's American racism. We defend ourselves. We have the Navy,
Yeah.
right? You have the Navy, the Army,
got the Navy.
Air Force, the Marines. You have all these different governments, and what are they supporting? They're supporting the flag, the Constitution. They're supporting America. That's a race of people.
So wait, you're saying the current definition of racism isn't what most people think it is?
Correct. It's they're fooled by the media. As usual, the Joker media has, you're a racist, you know? But I'm not. You ever talk to a lot of Democrats and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm not a racist. It's like, you're a nut. You know, of course they are. You know, everybody's prejudice and bigotry to some extent. Like I say, sociopath and hypocrisy and psychopaths and narcissism. There's a certain value level that everybody is. We are of all. Because the mind wanders. It's always wandering. The mind. Mine so far sexually, I'm stable as a heterosexual. Now, if I was like bi, okay, then you could say I was 50% heterosexual and 50% bisexual. Worded, however it would be worded. So, you know, autism is in the mind for everyone that exists, whether they're LBGT or the transsexuals or homosexuals. They all have this autistic, the sexual mind it's corrupted in a way that they're dealing with their issues. Like I'm dealing with my autism and my issue of ADD and dyslexia. I have to deal with my crap.
Yeah.
Just like any other.
OCD.
Yeah, OCD. You got my friend my nephew is real deep into autism with Asperger's and Tourette's. So, you know, Tourette's is like somebody who stutters. Stuttering is like my sister. My oldest sister stuttered. Okay, and her first son was, you know, with Tourette's and Asperger's. So he has a physical Tourette's. Like it's not like, oh, screw you or something, you know. It's the body movement. Or if you stutter a lot, that's Tourette's.
Yeah.
You know, because the mind will repeat itself in static form. So it's not a smooth communication from, I don't know enough about the brain and how it responds, but I know that autism is in all. And people who are honest will admit to anyone that they do have an autistic trait, because the spectrum is open 100% to all. And,
so you're saying that this definition is not correct?
Which one? Noun, a person who feels discrimination or prejudice against a person of other races who believes that the particular race is superior to another. A racist is for self. Prejudice and bigotry is against. And what people have written,
so, all right.
That's their scenario. That's a scenario that somebody has written.
So you're saying that us being proud of ourselves.
Exactly.
Without
If you-
thinking different of someone else.
Exactly. That's racism. That's, you know who mentioned that? I learned a lot this from Bob. He was a news Bob Grant. Bob Grant. I remember him back in like 91 or 2, before the trade buildings got hit in, I think, 93. He was mentioning about racism, and I thought about it, and I said, no, that's true, you know, that racism is open and free. It's not to be prejudiced or bigoted towards anyone. It's just that is you're consisting of this race.
Like you're proud of being Italian. You're proud of being German, Polish.
Sure,
All
everybody
right.
is. I mean, look at the Irish in the got you know, the Irish bars and the St. Paddy's Day. You know, kiss an Irishman, or you know, it's all about their pride and their life. Greeks, same way. Greeks have their own way of expressing their race. There's nothing wrong with expressing who you are. I mean, when you have people tearing down like Italian, like Columbus statues and stuff, I mean, that is bigotry. Tearing some history down of somebody's race, I mean, that's like belittling, tearing the soul out of a culture that, you know, exists today from yesterday. I mean, it's cruel. And these punks that went out there tearing statues down of people who were slave owners, and I mean, those are conditions that were then
Yeah.
and not today.
Yeah.
That was then, not now. So, you know, we live today and we learn from yesterday, and those people who were slave owners
Don't rip up the mic.
don't have to be bad.
Yeah.
You don't hear me? Huh?
No, but it looked like you were ripping it apart. You
No,
like
no,
got
I'm just,
aggravated.
No, I'm just trying to get the cord here. But
Yeah.
yeah, the people, it's just normal to be a racist. It's abnormal to hate. You're to love everyone, but dislike their philosophies, theories, their points of view, and
Then why are we told that term is meant to be superior?
the term. What term to be superior?
Yeah, usually when someone's known as a racist, it's because you think you're superior to someone else.
It's an inferiority, I think. When people feel low and inferior to someone else, they like to criticize. I mean, think how great Trump did in his 4 years. You know, it's like, okay, the Yankees did real well. I'm a Met fan. I'm not a fan. I don't believe in professional sports. I'm a Met fan. You're a Yankee fan. And you won every game. You kicked my butt.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. I'm going to say a lot of bad things about your team players and your team and everything. I'm not going to be positive about your team. Nothing's going to be good coming out of my mouth about the Yankees because you destroyed my Met team. You know, I'm just going to put you number 15 or 24 or whatever it is. You know, I'm just going to be down on yours. Look at the soccer. They have fights. And some people died in soccer. Why? Because they feel their team deserved more, or they should have won the soccer match. You know?
All right, so you're saying that terms like bigot, racist, sexist, however you
Comes
say
from hate, an inferiority complex of hate.
Okay, all right. Interesting.
You feel low about yourself.
Yeah.
That you have to get up and criticize. I mean, myself, I do that. I have that issue too at times. You try to catch it.
Yeah.
Catch it in time and say, hold back your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
this has been an interesting conversation so far. Pretty interesting so far. I like it.
well, it's just being open, expressing yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not great with words since I'm autistic. Reading and writing has not been my gift.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have gone to college. I would have been something. You know, I tried college and I dropped out because it was just impossible for me to do math. Math was like oil and water.
Oh yeah, me too. Same here.
Math is oil and water, and English was tough, very tough for me because of reading comprehension problems. So I had to work around all that to come back to who I am. And it took many years to find out who I am, what I am. And I see the real true me. And it's the more I know about me and the more I know about you and other people.
Nice.
And that's important because that's how you can share love.
Yeah.
You can be more compassionate when you know who you are.
Interesting. Again, if you're just joining us, this is a Doug Strauss Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we get back, we have much more to discuss with Jimbo.
Over and out.
We'll be right back.
That's what happens to autistic.
Yeah. All right, we are back on the Doug Strauss Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We got Jim here. This has been an in-depth conversation. So, do you remember this from the president, Donald Trump?
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe. 47 years you've done nothing.
Let's have this debate.
And if you would have had, let me just tell you something, Joe.
No,
if you would have had the charge of what I was put through, I had to close the greatest economy in the history of our country. And by the way, now it's being built again.
You see,
Pretty funny, right? the trolling of Joe Biden.
Oh, God, the truth comes out.
So why do you think people are allowed to stay in public office for over 45 years?
And doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Well, that's the problem
get
with
rich.
term. I'm involved with Convention of States, COS, and I'd like you to participate as a volunteer in COS and get to your legislators of your state to have them vote for COS of Article 5 in the Constitution, and that would help the state have power over the federal government. We do not need the federal government being in power. We have to control the finances, the term limits, and mandates over the country that we've already experienced with this COVID tragedy, forcing, firing, and injecting people that did not want the vaccine. It was a criminal. I mean, they talk about racism. What do you call that COVID experience? Was that worse than racism of the plastic world that we live? Or what could be solved in the world of today? We have it's complex. It's very complex.
Yeah.
What would be your way of solving the problems?
Easy. Make it a personal decision. You want the shot, get the shot. You want to stay home, you stay home. Did any of these guidelines make sense to you originally?
I'm a radical. I don't believe in things. I'm kind of like a conspirator in a way.
Yeah.
Because they don't believe, and that's what happened to Alex Jones. He didn't believe, but that was one of his biggest mistakes over all the years he's been in radio, internet. And it's a shame that he got burned. But, narcissism and stubbornness will cause you to get burned. And that can happen to Trump or anybody.
Yeah. Like you could sit down without a mask at a restaurant and COVID disappears, but the minute you stand up, it comes back. The virus spreads 11 a.m. through 10 p.m. at restaurants, but the minute it hits 10:01,
The
it enters
restrictions.
the restaurants. It comes back into the restaurants and the bars. Professional athletes don't need a mask while being interviewed, but the interviewer needs a mask. The virus only spreads in small businesses, but doesn't spread in a Walmart or a ShopRite. You're like,
Really?
come on, man.
I know. I don't follow anything. I don't believe things. I go by my instinctual, intuitive nature that I know that something is not that dangerous because we've had viruses all our life. My life, anyway. I've been sick all my life. Every winter with a cold or a flu. Yeah, I've
whatever
been
it
sick
may be.
since I was a kid. So, gee, this is something new,
Yeah, it is.
All right. It was designed. Okay, we know it was designed, and it was a little elongated in the sense that it could last a year or so.
2 years.
And I've had it. I've had it for a long time.
15 days to slow the spread.
I got it early March that year, 20. I was sick for 5 days.
Yeah.
I had a cold and sinus infection, then a cough for 7 weeks. Couldn't smell or taste for almost a year. And but it was like normal. It was just like I went through it. Anxiety issues. I had anxiety issues. But then again, I didn't know all that was because of that. Because I
Yeah.
lost my job. You got these multiple reasons why you became this. So thinking through it, after a year or so, I was cleared of it. But I caught it again. I can tell I started having other functions for 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It was because I got a different variety of COVID. And I probably had 3 or 4 types of varieties of COVID, but they were nothing to be putting a mask on. And I take a lot of vitamins, so my vitamins helped, I guess. But to think, I never wore a mask except for stores. That was
Well,
it.
we wore them because we were told to. That's why.
Well, the stores, all the business it was a mandate. There we go. And it should only be done by state, not federal. That's where
Yeah.
COS comes from. If you got a high population, your state maybe should wear or play these rules.
Play by the rules.
Right. And other states are open. They don't have congestion of, population, and they don't have to. They can deal with it in a smaller realm of people. But, New York, California, New Jersey, Connecticut, maybe Florida or something, where there's a lot of people, the state, I think, should determine the mandates.
Oh yeah, the popular states for the electoral college should, especially when you have
Pennsylvania.
you got Pennsylvania, you got
Georgia.
Well, because if they did a popular vote, you would have New York and California decide the election.
Yeah.
Because millions of people live in each state, but let's go back to Trump. Remember this one?
You've been doing this for 30 years. Why are you just thinking about these solutions right now? For 30 years you've been doing it, and now you're just starting to think of solutions.
Well, actually,
I will bring back jobs. You can't bring back jobs.
Well, actually, I have thought about this quite a bit.
Yeah, for 30
and
years.
I have, well, not quite.
I love how he always makes those side remarks. Yeah, for 30 years you've been thinking about this. Did you just use the word smart with me? Don't use that word, Joe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're phonies. They're definitely phonies because they're not creative people. They're not talented, and you have to have a talent.
Yeah.
You just can't go in front of a television and microphone and say you want to be the owner and runner of the country America, the company of America. They call actually the government a company back in, I think it was like 1881, they made it a company.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I guess.
I heard something like that. It turned into a corporation or something. And so they run it like it's independent from the rest of us.
Meanwhile, we give our money to foreign countries.
Well, we don't have money to give, but
now we don't. That's true.
Monopoly money is something that you can just keep making and printing out and spending anywhere. Like the immigrants coming. What's the average immigrant that comes here through Mexico earn a month?
I have no clue.
$2,000 each.
I have no clue.
It's got to be $1,500 to $2,000.
At least it's a lot.
And there's thousands of them coming. To look at New York, every day planes and buses.
Yeah, to Texas,
planes
to DC.
and buses. So monopoly money being, their credit. They get, I guess, cards. They get probably a $2,000 a month credit debit card.
Food stamp.
Food stamp. Yeah, whatever they need. Their home. Enough money to get a rental.
Yeah.
They can rent. Right, so they'll get a place to live. It's all on us. It's on our middle class that suffers because the rich know how to evade a lot of that taxation, even though they pay a lot of taxes.
Yeah, they do.
I don't put them down for that, but don't forget the rich know how to get it back too.
Yeah, they do.
So, it's up to us poor people
to foot the bill. You know who you got to have back on an episode?
Carolyn.
Yeah, the author of The Power of Love.
The Power of Love. We can get all of us together and hold our hearts and hands. That's it, brother.
The Power of Love, Jim.
Power of Love. Here we are.
This has been a great episode so far. We've had Jim on to discuss
racism
and
autism, and Trump shutting up until January 6th of 23.
23, so next year.
Yeah, that's next year. We just got to keep him quiet. I love the guy, but keep quiet.
But yeah, this has been an interesting conversation so far.
And your cat Gizmo is very interesting too.
Yeah, he is. He's a proud cat.
Yeah, very sleek. Yeah. And I like the corn you're growing.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you got corn. What else?
Well, I'm not growing it.
Who's that, Mom?
No, James and Scott.
Oh, they're the two?
Yeah, they're the gardeners.
Oh, that's very nice. I thought maybe you get some, what do they call it, rebate or money back from the taxes or something? Owning a farm
Hey, maybe. I think we could. They could go for that.
Look for some returns.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, farm, no taxes because you have a farm,
Yeah.
Anything to get over.
Because when you go online and you look up the definition of like racism,
there's so many definitions of it. Make it simple, racism. Make it simple. So simple that they try to expand it because people want to be an authority of words and idealisms. And just keep life simple. We're all racists, so there's really no such thing as racism. But the true race is, I'm an American racist. You keep that in your mind. And that
means you're proud to be an American. You love America.
To be American, yes. I'm a proud American racist. Yep. I'm not a proud Irish, Polish, German racist, which I really am for my personal.
Yeah.
My personal, yes. But for how I feel overall. You know, you, me, your family, we're all American racists. We're proud American racists. And I have a flag in my car right now. Yep.
You do?
Yep. I keep a flag by the vent, the left vent.
What does it say?
It's an American flag.
Oh, I thought it said something.
No, it's just the standard American flag. And I keep that in the car. It's just that, you know, to me, it's pride, and love, and it's unity, because you know, unity. You can't have America unless you have unity. So if you have Democrats and Republicans against each other, that's not unity, right?
Yeah.
What you're doing is you're bidding on a team Republican,
Yeah.
team Democrat, and that you can't play that game.
Yeah, because when you go like through school, people are taught that racism is being against another race, hating a race.
Yeah, that's prejudice. Yeah, and bigotry.
So that's prejudice and bigotry, and you're saying that racism is about being proud of who you are.
It's self. It doesn't pertain to anybody else. Your racism ain't my racism.
Yeah.
But yours and my American racism is united.
It's for everyone.
It's for everyone.
So if everyone was proud to be an
There's
American,
no color. There's no sex. There's nothing when it's American racism.
all right, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's how you can get away and break away from that personal racism. You know, yours versus mine. You know, and it's not. It's
Yeah.
my racism. It's what I am, and you don't deprive me of who and what I am.
So you're saying it's
and
proud.
my black friends are the same way. They're proud and happy to be black, American black racists, and I
So you're
I
saying
back
that
'em.
it's proud to be who you are.
Exactly.
Proud to be black.
Exactly.
Proud to be Hispanic.
Yep.
Proud to be white.
Mhm.
Proud to be
Whatever it is, Indian, Asian.
Proud to be Asian. Proud to be Indian. Proud to be.
That's their prerogative.
So it's to be proud of your race.
Right. And there's a lot of people who are multicultural. Like I have some cultures in me, but
Yeah.
some are really mixed up, like Filipino, Mexican, white, Indian. You know, they can have like 6, 8 different cultures in them. But they're
Yeah.
proud of all 8 cultures because that's who they are.
Yeah. Okay. So that's.
Say I was a person and I had every known culture in my blood, everyone that exists on this planet. Say that I don't know how many cultures. Say there's 100.
Probably less.
I really don't. Say there's 100. I have 100 cultures. My personal race is all. I am all.
All right. I never thought people thought about it like that. I always thought.
Well, that's the problem. They're guided by the media.
Yeah,
the media
yeah.
will coax you into their truth and understanding, but you should have your own self, dignity, and your own way of thinking,
Yeah.
understanding, not believing. You don't believe anything in this life. Is understanding reality and true
Yeah.
being, living with humans, loving humans.
All
And
right.
You want to love people and just dislike their agendas, their character.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, people don't like Trump because he's his narcissistic views are very they're wide and just excite people rather than
But his
being true.
policies are what people should like.
That's what I go for, his policies.
Yeah, okay,
his
cool.
comedy skits.
His comedy
skits are fine. I enjoy them. A lot of people despise them. They despise, just like TV. Some people don't like whatever TV show is on, and other people love it.
Yeah.
It's on and off with TV shows, series. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. People don't like that show. Other people love it.
Interesting. I like that. I like your analysis on things.
It's attitude. People, certain characters. I like George Carlin a lot. I think he's funny, and he's very factual about his political, his ways of humor. But some people will say, "I hate that guy." You know, oh, he's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, you know, comedians are very. They are very. They're misjudged. A lot of them, and some are.
Of course.
Because they fly in. Some fly in a direction that people dislike totally.
Yeah.
You know, and that's personal preference. I mean, it's just like, you know, as again, comedians are not your president of the United States.
Joe Biden is.
Yeah, Joe Biden. Joey Teardrops is. But, you know, when you're selecting a character, I mean, I like to see George Carlin, if he was alive, be president. But a lot of people wouldn't. But now that we have Trump, it's a natural comedian, a brilliant comedian, really. I find him brilliant. He's talented. The guy has definitely got talent, whether you like it or not. He has gifts, and take the good side of Trump, not the bad.
Yeah, and those are his policies, correct?
Right, that's it. That's the good side, the policies. That's what he's there for. Because he wants his family to live on and his grandchildren to live on in, you know, a good American standard.
All right, this was the Doug Saravo Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. This is Dougie's Political Talk. We had Jim on, give us an in-depth analyst of politics, Trump, autism, racism. Jim, it's been a pleasure.
You're welcome, Doug. Anytime. This is fun.
This was an interesting conversation.
Express our souls.
Yeah.
It's soul time. This is Soul Train. Remember that?
Yeah, Soul Train.
God, that's back in the 70s.
Yeah, I wasn't even born.
Channel 5, I think it was.
All right, Jim, thanks for coming on. It's been
You're
a pleasure.
welcome, brother.
We got to have Carolyn back on.
Yeah, we'll get Carolyn, and we'll get
Pete,
Judy.
Pete. Be interesting.
And we'll try to shake their bones a little bit, make them come alive, and be real.
Yeah, solid.
You want to be real.
Solid.
That's
We'll be
the only way.
we'll be listening to Pete most of the time anyway.
Yeah, Pete's got a natural. He's a brilliant man.
Yeah.
I could never compete with him. But the one thing is, I can say is, don't believe anything unless it's real time evidence. Now, I know World War II existed. I've seen videos and I've seen the military men. I know it did happen. I just wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I understand the situation, and I still don't believe it, but I understand it did happen, and it was a terrible tragedy. God bless all the people that passed, but let's make sure it doesn't happen again.
Mm-hmm.
You know? May history not repeat.
Yep. All right, James, thanks for coming on. That was a great
You're welcome.
episode. Very in-depth.
God bless you all. Take care. See you soon.
All right, tell Carolyn we said hello.
Will do.
How's the house cleaning coming along?
Forget about that.
Forget about that.
That'll never happen. Nope.
Because you told me on the last episode for New Year's that it was her New Year's resolution to clean the house, and I just needed an update.
No, she can't get moving. She's in tar right now, stuck in tar.
All right.
Quicksand.
We'll ask her next time. All right, you got myself, Doug Saravo, the real Doug Saravo on Twitter, Doug Saravo reporting on Instagram, Saravo Broadcasting on Instagram and Facebook. All right, take care, guys. See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
We got Jimmy on. All right, take care, guys. gotta read this first. Thank you for supporting the Doug Serravo Show, Serravo Broadcasting, and all those involved with Serravo Broadcasting. We appreciate you guys. So what is this, Mikey?
Can you see it? Put it up to
Lift it up by the camera.
Can everybody see it?
Wait, move it back. Oh, number 38, Lepore. That's you.
I was in the locker room with that in the room with 3 Hall of Famers.
No, that's customized. That's all.
I know. And listen. All right, I'm gonna give people. No, that's for the pen.
Oh yeah, that's for the pen.
No, they got to be more for the Razor.
16 to 1.
16 to 1. That's not bad.
Mike, what do you think about your Chargers this past season?
They stink. I'm sorry.
All right, thank you, Mike.
So what do you think of the city today? It's nice, but a little bit nicer if the weather was nice. No, I like that fact that it only cost me 16 to 12 hours. 12 bucks.
This is great. Now you're gonna make us some food.
No.
Yeah, there's stuff in your fridge. Should have brought the pie. Next time I'll go. I'll get it. Yeah, this is a great show. But yeah, you do have some leftovers in your fridge. I think it's time for dinner for you and I. Some in the fridge. Should we get the camera? All right, Mike. Any final thoughts for the audience? Myself.
It's been very entertaining. Hopefully, my picks come through and people can make a little money, stuff like that. Have a one. Enjoy your football season. And go bolt up, everybody.
There he is, everyone. That was Michael Lepore, otherwise known as the Bolt. No more Stutz. The Bolt. That's his name. What a show, Mike. Thank you for coming on.
Don't listen to these picks. You lose all your money. Trust me. Jaguars. If they win the division, I'll stop watching football.
I just want to try on this jersey you got me. You know, what can I say? I'm a Giant fan, but...
Bolt up? Bolt up?
Hold up. Man of many nicknames. We got... Alright, you don't want to be called Stutz. What about produce? I know produce. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. I love you, Mikey.
There you go. He's officially a Charger fan.
No.
If the Chargers win, I get lifetime pizza in his pizzeria. The Chargers won, so I love his pie. Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to everybody.